On a football and the big match that's taking place tonight, Spain will take on Bafana in a friendly international at the same soccer city where they beat the Netherlands 1-0 after extra time in the 2010 FIFA World Cup final just 3 years ago, when I'm joined by SABC News Sports reporter Velile Mbuli. Well, the Spanish are back in town and they've been hosting a couple of camps. I saw in Potchefstroom. They've really been enjoying the South African hospitality, and that's something that we've heard quite a bit. But it's good to have them back. That's such a quality side taking on Bafana.
Without a doubt, Valiant, I think this is a team that has dominated world football for the past not only 3 years, I think for the past 4 years. I mean, just last year they defended their Euro Championship, and also they're coming in South Africa mostly on another type of memories as well. I attended their last training session last night at FNB Stadium, and you could feel the excitement of the guys. I mean, throughout the press conference, it was all about the memories that they had, including after the training session, Andres Iniesta shooting a video, which I think it will become a promotion on their way to possibly defending their title in Brazil next year. So it's going to be an exciting game.
The match that preceded the one that they'll be taking on Bafana tonight is Equatorial Guinea 2-1, but it was a little bit of a dull match. Can we read anything into that?
I think based on what we've been reading from the Spanish media, that game was used more to give fringe players a chance of getting the feel of how things are going to be. Remember, there are only 23 spots available for the final selection to the World Cup. So there are some players who have to impress the national team. I mean, if you look at the new centre back of Barcelona, Patra, an exciting youngster, so he also got a run against Equatorial Guinea. But I expect Vicente Del Bosco to step up the ante today and come up with a solid team.
How important is this match for Bafana?
I think for Bafana it's important because, as Gordon Ikasan has said on several occasions, that he's building a team. He's trying to, if you look at the selection he made for the team that played against Swaziland, a team that is mainly in preparation for the Chan tournament, he had more older players there. But if you look at the balance of the youth, the average age in this team that is playing against Spain tonight is 24. And mostly it's players who are younger, and also 9 overseas based players. So for Bafana, it's more looking forward than being desperate for a result.
And as a young player, I mean, just to be able to go up against the world's top-ranked players, guys that they see playing in the Spanish La Liga and playing in international leagues, playing UEFA Champions League. I mean, I think you really can't buy that. I mean, nothing else can kind of buy that experience for a young player. Without a
doubt. And I think if you look at the current Bafana team, they will look at the previous results between these two teams as having been very close. A 3-2 win in the South Korea and Japan World Cup in 2002 for Spain, a 2-0 win again for Spain in Bloemfontein during the Confed Cup in 2009, and in the same tournament another 3-2 win, very close result. And also remember the style of football for the two teams, it's a little bit similar. And also, as much as Spain is a tough team, but once you catch them at the back, you can score a goal. I mean, if you look, what is also important for Spain is also about understanding the African opposition, because with Ghana almost qualifying today, Cameroon qualified, Nigeria qualified, you also have Cote d'Ivoire qualified. Possibly you could also see maybe Algeria or Burkina Faso qualifying for. It's important for European teams and South American teams to play against African opposition so that they can know what to expect come the World Cup in a few months' time.
All right. Does the Spanish team have the depth to defend the World Cup trophy?
I mean, it's there. I mean, if you look at the likes of Juan Fran, the players who are coming through, Martinez, they are coming here today without even Xavi Hernandez, Xavi Alonso, the Real Madrid star, who could also be leaving in a few months' time for Juventus, is also out, but Santi Cazorla is there. The depth is that one is unquestionable. This is a team that can walk into any game and come up with a good result. But obviously, next year is going to be a different case, as shown by the 3-0 loss to Brazil in the FIFA Confed Cup.
Your prediction quickly?
I expect to see Spain winning 3-1.
3-1.
Yes.
And who will score for South Africa?
Kermit Erasmus.
Kermit Erasmus. Okay, so that is Velile Mbuli's predictions. Kermit Erasmus putting one away for Bafana against the world's top-ranked side. They're world and European champions, Spain. It's all taking place at F&B Stadium tonight. And we've got 5 lucky winners. So we had a competition earlier on. We were asking who scored that goal in the 2010 FIFA World Cup final. And it is, of course, none other than Andres Iniesta. I know that some radio shows always play the Spanish commentator saying Iniesta. Yeah, well, these are the 5 that got it right. You can go and collect your 2 tickets for tonight's match. Bafana up against Spain. KBC Banyoni, Mark-Marie Gous, Tulani Kenna, Pamela Randall and Tirhani Lowane. You can go and collect your tickets. Please just take your ID along with you and collect them from Safa House today in Nasrec, Johannesburg, which is right next to tonight's venue.